Okay, Nick. Jaguars head coach Doug Pederson made some comments earlier this week of bringing this team back to its former glory, and there's a lot of work to do, and I think you have an article on what he actually said.
Yeah, John Reed over at the Florida Times-Union had a really nice piece chronicling everything that Pederson and the Jacksonville Jaguars are trying to do. Reed wrote, when Doug Pederson, accepted the Jacksonville Jaguars head coaching job in February, Pederson knew there'd be plenty of challenges ahead. A defensive unit had to be significantly upgraded. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence needed to be surrounded with more playmakers, and playing a 17-game schedule that includes games against the Chiefs, Cowboys, and Titans after going 3-14 last season is daunting. But an even more significant challenge for Pederson is helping his team heal from last season's Urban Meyer disaster. He's got to gain back the trust of the players that was broken by Meyer because of his numerous missteps and lack of transparency that led to a toxic working environment. In an interview with USA Today earlier this month, Jaguars owner Sean Khan acknowledged his firing of Meyer after 13 games last season had nothing to do with the one-loss record. Quoting Khan, "When you lose the respect, the trust, and an issue of truthfulness, how can you work with someone like that?" said Khan, talking about Urban Meyer. "It's not possible." All right, Miles. Credit to Doug Pederson and Jacksonville Jaguars for not trying to hide and recognizing the elephant in the room, and that they need to get the trust and kind of get the team to believe in the coaching staff and the organization again. Because it's clear that the Urban Meyer debacle last year just obliterated all of that.
Absolutely. I think that's the biggest step back Jacksonville has taken in a while, especially since that 2017 season. But one thing I like that Pederson stated is, at the end of the day, he said, it comes down to communication. You got to have an open line of communication with your players. You have to have conversations in the team setting, and you have to embrace the guys, hear what they say, and really take it in. And I think that's one thing that Meyer absolutely didn't do. It was his way or the highway. Obviously, he's out there kicking guys, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I think Pederson is a player's coach. I think he really has the initiative to listen to the players, hear what they have to say, communicate back with them, bounce ideas off of each other. And at the end of the day, you have to respect he's a championship caliber coach. He has a lot to bring to the table, and that's something that Meyer never had either. So he's bringing that as well. So I think there is a healing period that's going to have to happen, but I think they're well on their way to starting that healing period.
Well, he's not just championship caliber. He's won a championship, right? So he actually has the evidence to win an NFL championship, which Urban Meyer did not. Reed brings up some interesting points. He reported on some of Pederson's activities during the rookie minicamp, and here's what I really like about this. Reed wrote, "Unlike Meyer, Pederson is not enamored with power in the spotlight. During the first day of rookie minicamp, there wasn't anyone on a loudspeaker shouting hydrate or directions for drills. And there was not a staff member charting winners and losers in drills like what Meyer had as a practice procedure last year." You remember that? How ridiculous that was, where they would just, winners and losers of weird drills would decide, hey, maybe who's going to make the team, maybe who's not going to make the team, and just weird stuff that was going on during practice. That just doesn't get it done at the NFL level. Pederson's not doing that anymore, to his credit. Here's another thing. Reed also writes, "At no point did Pederson interfere while his assistants provided details and instructions to players, but often he was seen clapping and encouraging." Right? Urban Meyer was just a maniac, it seemed, and he was just overbearing, controlling all his assistants, and just seemed to want to control everything. Again, Pederson, he's a championship guy. He's won a Super Bowl. He knows what it takes to win in the NFL, and frankly, he played in the NFL. He knows what it's like to be an NFL player. So he's trying to set up a winning, positive culture in Jacksonville. And according to Reed's reports, it sounds like he's well on his way to doing that.
Absolutely. Another blurb that's very interesting. It stated that at rookie minicamp, the Jaguars have had 42 plus players attend rookie minicamp. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a lot, but to have all of those guys feel like they want to be in Jacksonville, want to be under Coach Doug Pederson, they might not all make the team. Obviously, they're not going to. But to have enough people given the offer, accept the offer, come to the Jaguars minicamp, it just shows the tutelage and leadership that Pederson brings to the table, that he is able to draw the crowd in. It might help them get free agents in the future. It might help them do all kinds of stuff. But I really like that's just a small aspect of everything that really has put Pederson way above what the Jaguars have ever had in the last 5-7 years.
And you bring up a great point of just the attitude and cultural change that Pederson has brought in and what it could do to the team. How about this? The Jaguars have actually had a high participation rate from veterans participating in voluntary offseason programs, that they have at their facility. So again, so much of the NFL and winning can be about having the right leader and the right culture, sort of the right personality manager. Urban Meyer was a disaster at that. Pederson seems to be a complete 180-degree shift, and he's well on his way. And credit to him and the Jaguars for doing the right steps at the beginning to start their turnaround.